that I'm doing at this stage of the Hendrix stuff. I mean, a lot of the songs that you hear people play around are meant, especially since I'm playing them on guitar, to be something that you can communicate with your pals, whether you play on electric or acoustic. I just wanted to demonstrate that these songs come alive quite just as well on acoustic. And if you're at the beach playing a song, you might as well, not have it limit you just because it's a Jimi Hendrix song originally played on electric that you're playing on acoustic. As long as you're fluent with your use of chords and you understand a few options, you can have a lot of fun with these things. Invariably, the person you're going to play with is going to be playing the chords that were on the record, perhaps, or something that he saw on tablature. So I've always sought to have people understand a few different options of things and understand the basis for how to choose them, depending on what someone else might be playing, because that's really what's going to happen. For that song to live the 20 minutes that it's going to be living, it's going to be because you have the ability to choose some options in your chord playing that allow you some variety in the way that you say what you say. Because the original version of this song was barely 3 minutes. It wasn't even quite 3 minutes long. And it was a classic. And then you hear these guys play this thing and bang it out for 20 minutes at a time, playing the same things over and over and over again. It's simply not necessary. Let's just say that the song's in E minor. E minor, if you know it down here, is an E-related chord, that is, it's rooted on the low E string. So when I play this E minor, it has a harmonic relationship for this movable A minor chord we play up the 7th fret here. This is a movable A minor chord. It's rooted on E on the A string. I call it A-related as a result. So sometimes the two different sounds really just create a contrast and a backdrop of a musical landscape that when you play your solos or sing your lyrics, it's just a bigger place. It's a much more interesting place to have as a backdrop for the song. So to have this, if we're looking at the basics of the chart, we're looking at an E minor to an E-related G. But I have an A-related G up here. Then it goes to A minor. But I have a nut position A minor down here. Depending on where I'm going to go to after, that may determine why I would choose an optional thing. Sometimes I want it to sound pretty and angelic. Sometimes I want it to be heavy and sad. Or scary, or like heavy weather's coming, or something like that. To the point that I can kind of use it like an artist uses different colors of red or blue as a shading mechanism to make this thing live for a longer period of time. So, by the way, the other section after that, after the A minor, was an E-related B minor. Goes chromatically down to A minor. To an A-related C. Here's a C chord. This is the way I play a movable A chord played up at C. To a nut position G chord instead of the regular. It's not a nut position chord. I'm sorry. It's an E-related E chord made movable at G. It gives this real kind of special purpose chord. This is a G with no third in the middle of this. This is an open G string in the middle. Little finger on the A on the top of the guitar, which is G's ninth. Take a little practice to get that slide. Let's just say this, in a general sense, if you put the brakes on the hand's movement to keep it from going any further with the thumb, as opposed to the fingers you're playing the guitar with, you're going to tend to get that thing to sustain through this sliding move. You tend to be more accurate when you hit it. So here's a little bit of it. I hope that I'll be clear enough the way I'm playing this, because I'll try to play it a few different ways. And hopefully it'll come alive for you.